Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of 3Ps and a podcast.
Yes, welcome back. Now you might be wondering, yes, I have had a haircut. What do you think? Thoughts?
It's really good.
Oh, thank you very much.
No worries.
And that's all you'll be wondering, because nothing's changed. Oh, we've got a new set.
We have got a new set.
We're
It's
in a new
really
set.
good today.
You've had a haircut as well
I had
since
a
the
haircut
last pod.
week. Yeah.
Nice.
That's
I did say I was going to get shaved.
Hello?
off.
yeah, you did, but it's not.
Hello?
No.
So you did lie
Guys.
to the fans. So
Yeah.
Brilliant.
yeah.
Sorry guys.
Brilliant.
Got a little
Hello?
buzz in my ear.
Hello.
yeah.
Testing. 1, 2.
Oh, oh my word!
Hello, I'm finally on the podcast.
Yeah.
boys.
We're now finally 3Ps in a podcast.
Not 3Ps minus 1. I'm
Mm.
back from Jamaica.
He's back. How was Jamaica?
Yeah, how was it?
Jamaica was very good, actually. It was a lot better in the UK than the UK, shall I say.
Wow.
Hot weather, beautiful woman. And now we're back here.
Just the one woman.
Just one beautiful woman.
Just one beautiful woman. No, there's a lot. Jamaican culture is very different out here. But now we're back in the UK. Back in the studio. And it's, back in the cold.
How do you feel being in the studio?
It feels weird. It's first time on the pod, or any pod at first. I mean, we've done a pod before, actually.
We have done a pod, but only one. Well, actually, did any episode see the light of day?
No, I don't think they did.
No.
We filmed 2 podcasts.
Yeah.
One, our camera person didn't have any sound with it.
Yeah, it was filming, but there was no sound,
No, there was no sound at all.
and it was actually quite a good podcast as well.
It was a
like
very good
3
podcast.
hours long.
From what I saw from, I did like skip a few bits, but it was good overall.
Yeah, that's deep.
That's
it's
right.
fine. It's fine.
Whatever.
And yeah, we did another podcast, but we were actually told we weren't allowed to post that one.
Yeah, we had to take it down. So, not for anything bad, but
But now we have no one to tell us the rules,
yeah,
and we can sort of speak freely to an extent.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, I can't.
you can't.
So, obviously, it's your first time.
First
On this
time
podcast.
on the pod.
So we just wanted to know, what have you been doing since college? Because
So-
they know that we all met at college. If you
Mm.
don't know, we went through this a little bit in the
What's
first episode. We all met at college, and then we stick together. But you went and did something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I saw you actually spoke about it a little bit on the first one.
Mm.
So obviously me and you met first. We met on the taster day.
Yeah.
And then obviously we met Jack, where we thought you were a bit of a knob at
Yeah.
first. But
Yeah.
Let's say how weird it was on that taster day. Like how weird we were on the taster day.
so me and it actually came about because me and you had a mutual friend.
Yeah. Big up Robbie.
Big up Robbie.
He's actually in China right now touring. Yeah, musical theatre.
So
We've had
I
that.
went to school with Robbie, and obviously you did a theatre school with
Yeah.
Robbie. So I saw you initially just through Instagram. I recognised your
Mm.
face. So we're on this taster day. Obviously, no one knew anyone. Quite a nervous day at first. I remember
it is.
before going to that, I was absolutely shitting myself.
Do you know what my thing was? I was like, I'm gonna really make an impression here.
Yeah,
That was what I really wanted to make an impression.
Did it work?
Yes,
did.
it
It
did.
did. Massive.
But not like an impression like, oh, like these guys are so cool. It was the kind of complete opposite.
I just
But-
wanted to be seen as confident because
Yeah.
whereas in school I weren't really the most confident person or
Yeah.
the most popular
Mm.
person.
And it was like a fresh start, really.
It was
wasn't
clean slate.
Yeah,
So obviously I saw you when we
Mm.
were in that little meeting room,
yeah.
and I was just like, oh shit, like, do you know this person? Instantly from there, me and you had like some form of a connection.
It was weird. Like we were just.
It was
mental.
weird.
We were mental.
We were like people. I reckon we were actually a bit too much, if anything.
We were too much.
We weren't. Well, I remember we weren't even very liked on the stage today.
No.
People were like, these people are just so fucking.
Yeah, and that's what
annoying.
even when we joined, that's what we said in the first episode. Like we was just kind of walking around, and then we walked past like Jack and a bunch of other people, and they was all like being mean to us.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
So-
Were you on the taste today?
No, I was
No.
at Windsor College.
So you didn't go to the
No,
said college
No.
today?
no.
No.
So yeah, we met obviously, and we stayed in touch a little bit.
Yeah.
Obviously,
And
there
it was
a period where we didn't really speak, but it was more coming up to starting at the college.
yeah, and it was
again.
only like maybe like 4 months later or whatever from
Yeah,
the
it weren't
taster day
long.
to college when college. I remember I saw you in town like a week before college started.
Oh yeah,
And you were just coming back from work, and I just been to H&M because I used to live in H&M. And I remember I saw you,
yeah.
and we were gassed.
So we stayed in touch again from there.
Yeah.
Obviously, we organised to like meet up beforehand on the first day. So we
Yeah, I was
didn't
shitting
really-
myself on that first day.
It was
I
terrible.
was so excited because like we had just because we were so like at the time it was like we weren't putting it on like how much energy we had to give.
No,
So I was so excited to go in there and just be a crackhead for
100%,
for a day.
100%.
So I was excited, but I was also shitting myself
I was
because
so nervous.
yeah, because it's completely different from school to college. You're only in 3 days a week. You get to wear whatever you want.
Yeah, it's like they treat you more like an actual adult.
And we were doing
there's
performing
rules.
arts, and that's
We did what we loved.
yeah.
I felt a lot more better going into the first day knowing that I knew you.
Yeah. It would have been shit. Like,
Because then we instantly, so we arranged to meet up at
Mm.
the reception bit, and then we got put in obviously this little lecture room.
yeah.
And that's where we saw you for the first time, coming in late.
To be like I said on the first episode, I went to CT3 because that's what I told. That's what I got told. That's where you're going.
CT3 is like a studio, like a.
Yeah. They
rehearsal
didn't use it
studio.
anymore though.
No, they use it for
They
like
don't
media.
Yeah, they don't
now.
use it at all.
And then Liam was like, "No, you're not in this class." I was like, "Well, I've got this is where I'm meant to be going."
Mm.
He goes, "No, you're in lecture theatre." I was like, "Where's that?" So obviously the teacher was like, "Okay, follow me."
Yes,
it was
because I
Owen.
was in your class at first,
Yeah.
so we
Yeah.
were all in the same class.
Oh, I forgot about this.
Yeah.
And after like a week or two, because me and you were too much together,
Yeah.
I was always like messing around in
Mm.
class and everything.
Mm.
They separated us,
Yeah.
so I got moved
You got
to
moved
the other
up.
class.
And then
Yeah.
because you had your
English.
maths and English,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
so-
why you got. If you didn't have that, you wouldn't have been moved. Because I don't have mine.
So-
I still don't have my English.
I don't know my maths.
Yeah, so you got moved up, and that was like it was like a heartbreak.
It was because we weren't really. We were more together then. Like we're still with each other like all the time, but
Yeah.
we were in complete different classes then.
You only,
Yeah,
you only see
yeah.
each other during like lunch or like certain breaks.
The
Yeah, and I-
first half of the year was all right because most of our productions we did together, but then
Mm.
towards
Yeah.
the back end, we sort of split completely.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
But I think at that point we had already we had calmed down a little bit, not that much, but we were in the same class. So it was
Oh.
kind of all right.
Mm,
I
Sometimes.
remember you
Well,
two
for
actually
me it was
had.
alright.
There was a video. There's a video out there somewhere. We won't say obviously because it will name the college, and then that's it will name where you two work.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
There's a video of like you two doing like a little interview there.
I remember that.
Saying-
I remember
Oh,
that.
yeah,
You
yeah,
see
yeah.
how young you both are.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Jack used to have proper afro hair.
And I will say that
Yeah.
video, we were actually taking the piss.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like-
yeah.
Some of the stuff we were saying, I was like, obviously Jack's a great dancer. Like, we were just taking. It came out like we were actually being well serious, and I watched back and I cringed so much because like for us we was taking the piss, but
Yeah.
it comes across like we was actually
They
trying
thought we were
well
being
hard.
serious about everything.
Yeah.
like,
I
didn't give a
miss
shit.
college though. College was
Yeah.
Being a
good
student because
time.
you like that is your like that's your life, and like you do feel like your job is an actor at that point
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
all you're doing
Yeah.
is acting.
It's the social aspect of it as
It
well.
is.
Though.
It
Like,
was great.
We were going to house parties like every week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
miss house parties. I
certain
really
house
miss
parties,
them. Yeah.
not every single house. And I think at that age as well, because at school, I'd never got invited to any of the parties.
No.
Like doing like musical theatre outside of school, there was parties, but
Mm.
it's kind of different when it's like you're at college and you're going to a house party. There's sort of it's like Love Island
Yeah.
Yeah.
because performing arts as well. If you don't know, this is you probably do know, but well maybe it's different now, but the majority of people there were girls.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was the ratio was fucked
In our class, it was 50-50. In level
our
2s.
Level 2.
Yeah, it was 50-50.
Yeah, but there was only like
One.
there was only
As
like
a
8 of
whole
us in
the
our
course,
class.
So that
Yeah.
was,
It was probably like
high.
80-20 overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we was like in dreamland.
Boys in a candy shop. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was unreal.
And when they're like talent is attractive as well.
Mm.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
if they're good at singing or dancing or acting, it's attractive. It's the same with like if you're smart as shit, it's
Yeah.
attractive.
100%.
So it
If you
was
didn't have any talent, you're fine.
nah, and also like growing up, yeah, you're fucked. If you have no talent, you're fucked.
I
But
think we grew up a lot from college though.
Yeah.
Like especially even
Yeah.
with like little things, like even like being able to like speak to like a girl on the street now, like
yeah, we were saying. I think we've all said this as well. How did we like get
even manage. I don't know.
because
No.
like it like I
We
don't
were
know.
so
Look-
weird.
looking back,
Yeah,
we
we
were
weren't weird to
strange.
girls, by the way. We didn't like, but we were just weird.
We were.
Like,
Yeah.
and I don't know how. I don't know because you look at the photos of us back then and even now, and you look at the photos of the girls, it doesn't even like
It doesn't add up.
it doesn't add up. It really doesn't add up, especially you. Sorry, I said I wasn't going to be mean to you this episode. So I'm going to apologise for that.
Thank you very
really
much.
sorry.
Speaking of apologies, actually,
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I just want to say a little apology. If you don't know, watch the episode before this, and you'll find out. But I am sorry.
to who?
I'll just leave it at that.
Who are we apologising to, Jack?
Yeah,
Just
come
leave it
on,
at
just
that.
say who you apologising to, because I don't have an apology to make for that episode. He's apologising to Libby because
Yeah.
he
I
picked.
put her third, and that was a bit harsh, but
You're all good.
it's all good.
Kissed and made up.
Yeah.
You made your public apology.
Yeah.
Shout out to Libby. Don't even know who you are, but shout out to you.
I have a little challenge.
Go on.
Challenge.
And I saw it on
Might just
TikTok,
get that.
so I can't take credit for it.
We don't know
So
anything about
no,
this,
I
by
actually
the way.
haven't told them. So you know how like this is gonna seem really weird at first, but you have to let me cook. So you know how like you can do that like this way, like forward, yeah,
Yeah.
and you can do that backwards.
Yeah.
Try and do one forwards and one backwards at the same time. It's impossible. It's impossible. it's impossible. Like, one's got to go forward and one's got to go backwards at the same time.
What the fuck?
It's impossible. Honestly, it almost blew my brain up. Trying to like,
forward now.
it's impossible.
See, the way we are, and I can vouch for all three of us, if the cameras weren't on now and we didn't have a time, we'd be doing this for the next
Yeah,
hour.
I generally at home.
As soon as I get home, I'm actually going to do it.
When I was at home, I honestly was doing it for like an hour.
Did you manage to do it? Like
No,
it
I
was like little.
No, not at all. And he even
Out
posted.
of one.
He even put.
I can't
Can't even do it like.
My finger goes like that.
He posted a video after being like, "This is how you do it," but still, don't know. I was telling the whole family.
But
I got my nan to do it, but she was just going like this.
but it's like tapping your head and rubbing your
Yeah, but that
stomach
one's fine. Like you can do that one.
You're going in circles on the top.
Huh?
You were doing that. Just tap up and down.
No, stop rubbing. But it's actually impossible.
It's hard.
I don't know how to do it.
We're going so off topic here.
But that was my little challenge. So if you're
That's
at
a good
home,
challenge.
please try it because it's
Try
actually. It's,
What would you name this challenge?
I don't know.
The
The finger.
motion. Yeah, I don't know.
The finger.
The finger challenge.
The finger
Um,
challenge.
Try the finger challenge with your friends.
So we've done your challenge. You've done your public apology.
Yeah.
We've said how we've met.
There's one more thing that you need to know as well.
Yes.
Do you want
yes.
to? So we said.
Okay, yeah. So, if this is what I'm aware of, you made yourselves a little challenge in
Yeah.
the first episode.
No,
First
it's just
episode.
I think
For if we hit on the first episode, we made a challenge. If we hit 5,000 subscribers or something,
5,000 subscribers overall in like in
however,
time.
yeah.
We were going to do something. So Jay, you was going to.
So I was gonna get. I will because I've got to manifest this
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a tattoo of the 3 Ps in a podcast logo, not with colour,
No.
because I don't really want an orange and green tattoo on,
No.
on my body. No
Any
disrespect
specific
if you have
place?
orange and green. Probably on my arm, or actually probably on my leg.
Yeah.
Up here.
Yeah. I was
Something
going to
like
eat the hottest chip in the world.
Yeah, and he's gonna do that live on the pod. I won't get my tattoo live on the pod because
You
Yeah.
can show it live on the
I'll
pod.
show
Yeah.
it live on the
Yeah.
pod, but you'll do your chip
I'll do
challenge
mine
on the
live
pod,
on the pod.
and
Straight
maybe
up got
you
milk.
you won't do your challenge on the
No,
pod.
no.
That'll be
Okay,
I mean,
yeah.
you could
So
on the pod.
Do you want to say?
I know what you boys are like.
Well, do you want to guess and then
you got 2 guesses.
two
two
guesses.
guesses.
Can I have a clue of some
No.
sort?
No.
Just
No.
Any
No.
guess.
no
Yeah.
any guess?
If you, go for your guess first. Guess.
Yeah,
So it's not food.
No.
no food,
Is that your
Not a
first one?
tattoo.
no tattoo.
Could it be an experience?
It kind of. It is an experience. I
Yeah,
would say it's
it's
an
an
experience. For you, it's an experience.
For us, it's funny.
Yeah.
Are you going to make me do a skydive?
No.
Is that all done now? Or
Yeah, right, go on.
you
Okay,
wanna
it's
say
not
it?
skydive. That's
So,
Do you wanna say
and
it?
we have to do this, by the way.
you've got to do it.
Okay.
Do you want to say it or do you want me to?
You can say it.
Would you like
I
to do?
swear, I will do it.
Do you want to do a little drum roll?
I'll do a little
I
drum. I'll do it
shouldn't have
on
done
the
that.
pillow.
I
By the way,
It's done. It's done.
It's done
yeah, you're
now.
fine. The reason I've got this pillow on me, I feel lonely over here. So,
Yeah,
I
we're
didn't
gonna
think.
do studio.
I didn't think it would be this lonely over here. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'll do a little drum roll.
You got to shave your hair off.
And you caught that where he said he swears.
Yeah,
to do
you've
it.
got to do it.
So you got to do it.
Well, obviously, we'll pick the time when to do it.
Okay.
Which
But
is
you've
like-
got a beard, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
But it doesn't. It's not. It could be like, do you know on your sides? It could be that short. all over.
Yeah,
That's
you get
0.5, mate.
get buzz.
No, even though aside from your hair now.
Okay. I will
Yeah, you don't have
shave
to go like the Rock,
Yeah.
but
Mate,
yeah,
it's got to be
polished.
yeah,
your top of your hair's got to be gone.
yeah.
How long has it taken you to grow that though?
So I actually, for those who don't know, I mean, I haven't done my hair now. My hair
You wanna
is.
take out the bun.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, you might
First
have
pod.
Right, I'll take out the bun.
It's long.
It is long.
Have you cut it since or?
Hang on, let me come off the cameras.
Wow.
That is fucking mad.
So, let me keep it down for a second, which is why I say the story.
That's why you need to shape it.
So, I've got hair in my mouth, so I'm gonna have to just do this quick. I started growing my hair out through lockdown. Obviously, no one can get haircuts, so I thought, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna try it now. Obviously, my mum's a hairdresser, so she would just do my sides for me. And then from lockdown, it was sort of at a point where it's like, I've committed this far now.
You got to
I
keep
should
going.
probably get it.
Yeah.
So these boys saying to shave my hair off, that's a very a big thing, considering I've been growing this 4 years
But
now.
I feel like this is your like. It's like a
Kind of
cleansing.
New slate.
You know, new you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could
So-
be. It could be. I'm gonna go tie my hair up now. I'll be back.
Yeah, we'll just
Talk
carry on.
amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
So where did you go? Because you went away since the last pod. You've been away, haven't you?
I went to Wales.
How was it?
It was good. Weather was better
Than here.
Than here, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause obviously I was FaceTiming the family.
Mm.
I was like, "What's the weather like?" It was like, "It's raining, it's cloudy." Over there, it had a few bits of sun.
Yeah, we had a few days of sun here.
Yeah.
I remember going for a run one day.
You went for a run.
Yeah, that's what I do now.
Oh shit.
Just trying to get healthy in that.
Yeah.
And it was like 18 degrees, and I was dying.
Fuck.
Obviously because I'm unfit, but also
Yeah.
because it was hot.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But where did you go in Wales? Not that I'll know, but
I couldn't even tell you.
no. Was it an Airbnb?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was nice. It was nice at Airbnb. It had a hot tub outside.
I saw that on your.
Yeah.
You
The
posted it on your story.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
I think the highest it went to was like 37 degrees.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Well, the hot tub.
Yeah, the hot tub. Yeah. It was
Wow.
nice.
Did you go like at night time?
So we went out. We would go out for like food or like, a bit of sightseeing, and then we came back and then go in the hot tub. I think we got up to like 9 o'clock, and I was like, yeah,
Shit.
let's get back in now.
Was it good though?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah,
Mm.
not too bad.
Recommend?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually would. To be fair,
Never been
Probably-
to Wales.
Probably not gonna go.
You have time to go.
Never been to Wales.
Maybe we'll go when we do a tour.
We could.
Yeah.
Go on
Yeah.
holiday.
Yeah.
Talking about holidays.
So,
Yeah, I'll let you say this one.
so obviously college ended. We left at the
Backtracking
same
now.
time, and you
I stayed
on.
for another 2 years.
We went on holiday during college, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. I can't remember. Was it this? Were you guys 18? Because I wasn't 18, but were you guys 18?
I was
So we was
18.
doing it in the summer then.
Was it summer? But you weren't 18.
It was during college. No, it was the last day of college before we
It
broke
was
up.
Easter. It was Easter.
Oh yeah, because I'll be still 17 then.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. So we was. Yeah.
Someone had to finish early because I think it was me and you were waiting at the train station for you because you weren't allowed to get let out later
did
than
I-
we was.
Yeah. Because we finished at, let's say, lesson finished at 4:30, and if I was getting the bus or if I was getting picked up, then I'd get out that time and then.
But that was our first proper outing together, like as
Yeah.
a three.
Yeah, and do you know what? Like, we obviously weren't old enough to go out and drink.
Mm.
So what? Like, why did we even go?
Yeah.
I think we just wanted. It was a very spontaneous thing. Like I
It
remember we
was.
booked it like 2 weeks before we even went.
Yeah, and even like, just to bring it back to the drink, none of us. I mean, we don't look at the age we look now.
No.
But back then, we would not have got served alcohol.
No.
Like,
But
you
didn't
would
really
have because
drink
you were
anyways,
18.
Because
but-
where it was us three as a trio, anyways, where
Mm.
you two weren't 18, why am I going to go out? Do you know what
Yeah,
I
and
mean?
Yeah.
we as I said, we like you would have got served, but we wouldn't have got
I
served.
just had to get a coke.
Yeah, so it would have been, but we could have bought alcohol back.
Mm.
Yeah. Bearing in mind, we're still in college. We're only working little part-time jobs. We didn't really have any money.
No, it
There
like
was enough money to like.
honestly, like
Yeah,
£200 a month
Yeah.
was a good month for us.
It was. I
Yeah.
remember
$250.
when we did like camp in the summer and we'd get like 400 or 500. We'd
Oh,
be like, oh my god,
mate.
we are like so
It's like a
rich.
life-changing amount.
But it's crazy how back then, just like backtracking, like £200 a month, we'd make that last.
Yeah,
and
you
still
could
have
you
money
could live
left.
off that. Yeah,
But like now, like imagine trying to live off like 200 a
I don't
month.
think I
I
could.
couldn't.
you can. No, you can't. You can't. unless you're not paying like any bills and you
It's
like
too much commitment.
yeah.
But yeah, we went on holiday, so we got onto our local train station, got on a train straight down to Weymouth.
There's a story about the train station, isn't there?
There is a
So
story.
the train journey was like 4 hours or something.
Yeah, it was about
Yeah,
4
yeah,
hours.
So
like
we
2-3
were sat on the
changes.
floor for like 3 hours of that journey.
Did we?
Yeah,
we
did,
were sat on
because
the
it was
floor.
so busy. The time we went, because we went straight after college.
It was
like
rush
4
hour.
5 o'clock. It was like rush hour.
Yeah,
So
well, just a little bit before rush hour, but
obviously a lot of people, where we're based as well, we're very close to London, so
Yeah.
we have a
Yeah.
lot of like
people coming in and out of London.
Yeah.
it's busy. The trains
Yeah.
are busy. Obviously me and Jay were very sensible, and we got ourselves an adult's train ticket.
Yes. Was the age of 16, isn't it, for an adult?
16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Jack
just-
got a child one because he wanted to be a bit cheap.
No, not cheap. I thought like,
And you was all right on the way there.
on the way there,
The
I
way
was
there
fine,
was
but I
good.
think obviously on the way back, I don't know why we got up early to get out there early.
Yeah, and now thinking about it,
We'll explain that.
I really
I don't get it.
I really don't know why, because we were planning to leave at like 12 or something.
Yeah.
They say it was 12.
Yeah,
So we could check out at 10, go whatever. We wanted to leave so bad that we decided to wake up at 6 and leave at 6, even though we could have just slept in.
I swear we woke up at 4.
Oh, we left
Was it not-
we left to the
We left
station
at
at
about
6.
Oh yeah,
But we could have just slept in. But anyway, that's you know.
So yeah, we all headed down on the thing. Obviously, if you're from the UK, you might know a well-known holiday family park.
Yeah.
Goes by the name of Haven.
Yeah, the place you want to go on a lad's holiday. you know.
We had all our mates going.
But let's be real, we didn't have enough money to go
we
abroad
didn't.
no.
and actually stay anywhere like that we felt safe.
When everyone's heading off
So-
to like Magaluf and Zante and all that,
Mate, we're doing it
decided-
right.
Stay in
We
the
went to
UK.
Weymouth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we went to Weymouth, mate.
We went to the cold seaside where there's no sand, just rocks.
Yeah.
So we got down there, checked into our little caravan, our little 2-bed caravan.
Yeah, and actually, the story of checking in.
Because in my room I had 2.
Yeah, you had
beds.
2 singles.
2 rooms.
The story of checking in, now I've just remembered this. They were hesitant to let us free stay because obviously free
They were.
guys. I think that's like they normally don't let people do that.
It's
Yeah.
like a family holiday site.
Yeah.
So like 3 lads as you see it coming on like a holiday, like it looked trouble.
If they knew us, they wouldn't have. They would have been
Yeah.
like, "Oh, these guys aren't doing anything." But
it just looks trouble. From
yeah, and so when we got in, it was I remember it was freezing cold, and we couldn't figure out how to get the heating on. And we had to call the maintenance guy to come and put. And we were sat in pitch because our electricity wasn't on. That was it. So we sat in pitch black waiting for this.
And our torches
Like-
going.
We had our torches. It was so cold.
thinking of it, we didn't really like. Obviously, there's a lot of entertainment and everything there. We didn't go to the entertainment thing once.
No.
We just like done a bit of sightseeing.
We
That's it.
we went to an escape room.
Yeah.
I remember
That was really fun.
Went
Jack,
to-
you got a little bit angry, didn't you,
Give
at
me
the
the
guy?
answer. Give me the answer.
Jack got really angry at the guy.
I mean, thinking about it,
Apologies
like
if you're
when
watching.
you see like escape rooms, you see like an actual well-up room. Like this escape room was like underground and like a concrete like
It
block.
was like underneath a bridge.
Yeah, so we were prisoners, so we were all handcuffed. And it was quite good though. We couldn't work it out because we're just
That's
we
what
got
I
out
we're
thought.
thick as
after
pig
about
shit, so-
300 clues.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
The guy who done the escape room might as well been there with us. Just
yeah,
yeah,
we
that's
did. We
really-
did need loads of clues.
we weren't very smart with it.
No,
No.
But yeah, the holiday, it just to the point it got. It was rough. It was a rough trip.
we always say it was like the best but the worst 3 days of my
Yeah,
life because it
yeah.
was looking back. It's so funny,
It's a
but
story.
it is a story. But when we were there, it was like, what the fuck are we? We can't go out and do anything. We don't have enough money to get Ubers everywhere
Mm.
to places. We are in the middle of
We
nowhere.
were just stuck in the caravan.
I
We-
reckon
yeah.
if we were older, we had more money, it'd been better.
100%.
Yeah, we
Like
go
that.
now. It's different, but
Or
also we
to-
can go
or
out.
Go abroad.
Yeah,
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 well,
we would go. We
Any-
would go
any normal
abroad.
person.
Yeah.
Free lad.
Yeah, but
go
like we didn't
abroad.
have enough money to go abroad. Also, finding a way to the airport would have been fucked.
Yeah.
Don't know
Yeah.
how we would have got there.
We literally came straight from college. Like we had like our bags and everything
Yeah.
from college
Yeah.
with us. Like, we just went straight from.
But it was actually fun. But
It
it
was
was
fun.
shit. But if you've experienced something similar to this, then you know it
Yeah.
was really shit,
Yeah.
but really fun.
It's just because for the age we were at, there was nothing for us to do.
No,
No, we didn't want to go in and look at the entertainment because
that's all for like young kids.
yeah,
So we didn't do any of that. Basically, in the end, we got a bit fuming, and we were like, "Do you know what? Fuck this, we're leaving." So stupidly, we decided to
wake up like
really
6 hours earlier.
Yeah.
got back on the train where everyone was tired. We hadn't really slept. We just had this long holiday. We just wanted to get home.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Ticketman comes down the carriage. Jack, if you'd like to.
It was obviously like tickets, please. Obviously, you two are fine. And he goes, "There's a child's ticket." I was like, yeah, I know. You got your ID? No. How old are you? 15. He goes, no, you're not 15. I was like, well, I am. And if he took it, he goes, all right, I'll be back. For the rest of the journey, I was shitting myself.
We genuinely thought Jack was going to get like kicked
arrested,
off.
yeah.
But like, bearing in mind we were in like Doncaster or something.
Yeah, like if he got booted off, then he would have been fucked.
I was messaging my dad. I was like, I think I'm going to get kicked off the train. He goes, what do you mean you're going to get kicked off? I was like, I've got a child's ticket. He goes, fucking dickhead.
Because neither of us, I'd lost my card, so I couldn't pay for your like.
I was getting my dad
ticket.
to transfer me money.
Yeah,
How much
you didn't have
I was
enough
like,
money.
Give me 200.
You didn't have enough money. None of us had any money to like pay for a ticket for you.
Yeah.
It was funny, but we didn't plan it well.
No.
Except we booked it like 2 weeks before. Bearing in mind we're getting paid like what, £300 a month.
Yeah, and that cost us like 90 quid each or whatever.
Yeah.
So go in. Halfway through the month as well, we spent like we probably went there with like
100 quid.
100 quid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back then, I thought like, oh, it's chilling, 100 quid easy.
We're not going to do much.
I'm probably only going to spend like 20 quid.
Yeah.
But when you're there, you just end up
realise
spending.
you've got to get food and you go into restaurants and you're doing all this.
Yeah.
Like, it all adds up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually really struggled on. Was it the last night?
The last day, I had to get a kids meal because it was rough.
They didn't even bring you a drink.
They didn't even bring my drink.
Yeah, right.
Didn't even get a drink.
What did we get that night?
I got like ham, but I thought it was. I don't know. I ordered. No, it wasn't a pack of ham. You know that meat that tastes like ham.
Ham.
Gammon.
I got gammon.
I
think I got gammon. I don't know.
No, I don't know. It was so many years ago.
Yeah.
But it was really after that, then we left college. It was sort of when we didn't drift ways. Really.
Oh, actually, sorry to interrupt. There's another story on the train. Remember those like 13-year-old with like hoods up? So we were sat on the train. We had at this point we were sat on we had a window seat.
Me and you were sat in something. You were sat
on the other
us.
side.
You was on the phone for a little bit.
Yeah, and then these like youths with hoods.
Hoodlums.
Hoodlums. Yeah, they I don't even know.
I think they just started laughing at us, and we were just like,
we were getting abused.
Yeah, and we was giving it back because we were on the train. They couldn't come and beat us up.
But they ran over. And,
yeah.
And those doors were just about. I think they were just about to close. And they just spat on it and was like, yeah.
Yeah, they spat on the window. And it was so weird.
Basically, we nearly got beat up by a bunch of 13-year-old hoodlums.
Yeah. But at the time,
At the time, I was being like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, they spat. They spat on us. Well, I'm not used to that.
Disgusting. It was actually funny because obviously we all worked together doing the parties and everything.
Yeah.
And once that happened and we all went on to full-time jobs, we all sort of like split ways a little bit.
Well, we stayed at the leisure centre.
We stayed. So
you went to uni or something. I don't know what you did.
I went to uni for a few I wanted to go for like 2 or 3 years. So I just didn't like it. It just got shit.
I was the same. I went up to uni for a couple of months and I wasn't really a fan.
Yeah, this is nothing. Maybe we could speak about this more in another episode, like schooling or whatever. But I think not for everyone, but I think for people like for us, like uni was never going to be, because if we got given, obviously you guys were there. I never went. But you get given a bunch of money that no one ever spends on like supplies. You go out and you drink.
That is exactly
and you do whatever.
Mine went. So my student loans went on tattoos.
Yeah.
Going up to Birmingham, going up down to Brighton.
And that's fine because most people do that anyway. But the whole like, it would never have worked. Like you left early. I never wanted to go. I never wanted to be in debt. I thought I wanted to get out of education as well, but I was just like,
speaking from like 3 kids who like were going from like £300 a month to then getting this big sum of money. It's like it's exciting.
Amazing.
I remember I blown it all in like the first couple of weeks, and then I couldn't pay my rent. So then they cut off all my electricity, all my water. I'm calling my dad like, listen, Dad, and then he just like bail me out because I'm stuck here, man.
But that was probably like one of the main reasons why you went. Because you knew you were going to get money from it, and living off that little amount of money. Like I think at that point as well, we realised that, oh shit, like for the stuff like we want to do, like going out, we can't afford any of it.
Mm.
No.
So like that amount of money helps, and we were like, I think like that is so much easier than going to work
100%.
like for a whole month to then get paid at the end of it, where
Yeah.
you could just study. Similar experience to college.
I think that's what it is. It was the letting go of like the college and like the whole social side. Is
Yeah.
like,
Meeting new
are
people,
we
it's like
ready
starting
to
again.
go out?
And
into
I
the world?
remember you came back like just on a visit back. You hadn't left at this point, but you came back on like a visit. And I remember thinking like, oh, he's still stuck in like how he was at college, because I had changed quite a bit since
Yeah.
even that last year at college. I was so done.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I was so like worn out. And I changed quite a bit since college finished.
Mm.
But when you came back, I was like, oh, he's still in the college. He's still there.
But I was still stuck in that bit for a while. Obviously, I
Yeah.
came back for a bit,
Mm.
went full time at the Leisure Centre now in a different role.
Yeah.
I was a receptionist.
I
He
was still work. Yeah.
He was in a care home at this point.
No, he did his care home before.
I'd done my
He was
care
in the gym. He was working in
I
the
was
gym.
working upstairs in the gym, but I was still at uni.
You was at the Leisure Centre.
yeah.
Obviously, I was travelling to uni, so I didn't have the experience that you had staying at uni. So I was
Yeah.
travelling. I was getting like 2 trains, 2 tubes, 3 days a week.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And then
Yeah.
working as much as I could.
Yeah, and like for us as well, like everything that we've done has been obviously not the leisure centre where we worked at. It wasn't close to you, but for me it was a 5-minute walk. Like, and even college is only like a 10-minute drive for me. From me,
Everything was
so
close.
like having to like travel these long distances for us was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like it's a reality check,
quick,
isn't
it
it? That
was a
this is
reality
that
check.
this is what like life is like for pretty much everyone.
yeah.
But like we was,
quickly realise that
you have to grow up.
you
Yeah,
do
yeah,
have to
yeah.
quickly grow up.
Yeah.
But again, I was in the Leisure Centre for about a year, 2 years maybe,
Mm.
and then I was still like, I didn't really know what I want to do. Opportunity came where I moved away for 2 years then, and that
Mhm.
was actually back on the holiday parks. So
Yeah.
I originally actually applied for the one that we visited to. I didn't get that one, I got one round the corner. So the past 2 years, I was entertainment on these holiday parks. And again, it's the same. I got back into that mindset
Mm.
of
Mm.
I'm in this whole college world again.
And it
Yeah.
feels like Love Island. Like when we were at camp and even college, it feels like Love
Yeah,
Island.
it
yeah.
does.
Yeah.
You're put in a situation with so many people your age.
Yeah.
Everyone's basically
And
speaking with everyone.
you become like, so how I put it is like when we went to America, you start saying couch and soccer,
Yeah.
or you start like sounding like other people
Yeah.
because you pick up on what they do, and then you're all kind of like really similar.
So when we came back from America, I started saying to my mum, she goes, "What do you want for dinner?" I was like, "I'd like some chips."
Yeah.
And then she goes, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Oh, just chips." She said, "What do you mean?" I started picking up their slang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, "Why are you talking like that?"
But it's even people from like, so we're from like the south of England, but it's like people from like Manchester. You pick up on
What they
on
say
what
about
they
it.
say, and you start to like say what they say.
100%.
So
Oh,
it's like
powerful.
everyone's so similar, which is why
Yeah.
it does. And emotions are so high. Like whenever people like before, when like I haven't watched Love Island in ages,
Mm.
but I would always be like, how are they falling in love after like 2 weeks? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But when you obviously we've never been to in Love Island, but when you when you live with different people from different backgrounds
It
and you're
feels
there
like-
with them,
yeah.
you see them
24/7.
24/7. You have breakfast, lunch, and dinner with them.
2
Emotions are so high.
2 weeks with living with them. It's like
It's
4
enough.
mo- 4
Yeah,
months.
yeah,
It's
It's an
crazy.
intense environment, definitely.
Yeah.
But especially when you're there, and again, in the same industry that we're obviously all doing,
Hmm.
where majority of the people in it are of the opposite gender to us, like a lot of them are
Yeah.
girls,
Mm.
you sort of stick out more. So when you're getting this attention from these girls, you sort of get so wrapped up in
Hmm.
this world, you kind of forget about everything else.
yeah. And it also is like, I mean, I went to an all boys school, so then go into a place where I had attention from girls. I was like, oh my god, yeah, this is me. This is my life. And it is like you never want to lose that because
No,
you
you
feel
don't.
like you're on top of the
Yeah.
world. You're like, oh my god. When in reality, it's like.
It's not,
It's-
because I remember even being in college and like you have a little bit of drama, like the littlest thing can happen. In that moment, you're sat there thinking like, oh my god, my life is over.
Yeah, we spoke about
Yeah.
this the other day.
This is the worst thing that could possibly happen.
Yeah, it's like, what am I gonna do?
But it's
I'm
like-
never gonna get a job. I'm never gonna get married. My life's done. I'm gonna go home. Like,
because you've just had like an argument with someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like your friends have had an argument and you're like, you just sat there and you're
you
like,
come
oh
back
my
in
god.
The next day and it's all sorted.
Yeah, and it's,
Yeah.
Like
it's,
or
it's not
it
that
might
bad.
go on for like a week, 2 weeks, and it's like
Yeah,
what
it's
actually
only,
happened?
but it's only really when you leave and you get out of that and then you start working full time and then you've got all these like real life problems
yeah.
that you look back on and you think, shit, that actually meant nothing.
I know.
Like, I don't know
Does-
why,
yeah.
but obviously at the time it's like,
Feels
it's
like
a
the
big
worst
deal.
thing in the world.
Yeah.
yeah, and I think you probably like for us we needed to go through that
100%.
to like
It's
change a
matured
lot.
us. It's
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
like, all the experiences we've done, although they're different, they're very similar at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
we've been put in an environment where we've had to move away from home.
Hmm.
We've had to sort of stand on our own 2 feet and realise that really like the outside world is rough.
And it's the simple things like doing your laundry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it might sound so easy to people because a lot of like kids will have to do their own laundry or whatever, but I never did. Like when
Yeah.
I was at home.
No.
So when you go away and it's like, okay, you actually need to, and it sounds so stupid now, but like you actually have to like put your laundry in the
You do.
like
Yeah.
like it's the little things that
You
like
might just open your fridge and it's going to be full of food.
yeah, like the,
Yeah.
the,
You're
the
finished
big
work.
things you
Imagine
kind
that,
of
though.
understand.
I know.
Imagine waking up. Oh shit.
Like
Yeah,
you,
that
have
would
to,
be
like, you
full.
finish
Nice.
you finish a long day at work, you're tired and you're thinking I still got to head over to like your local supermarket and get myself dinner, otherwise I'm going hungry tonight.
Yeah. And it's like when we in America when you're doing like 18-hour days and then you realize that you've still got stuff to do for yourself.
Yeah. You still
Like
gotta do
and
your
even at
laundry.
work you
Yeah.
work the whole day and then you come home and there might still be stuff you have to do for yourself for your
Yeah.
family. And like when you're in college you're so like immune to that because
Yeah.
you're just riding this wave of like
Yeah.
I matter in my life and that's it. There's now like there's other responsibilities.
Mm.
I guess the good thing about college as well is that even if there is arguments, you go home.
And
In
Yeah.
the work that we've done,
You
you
don't.
can't just go home
No.
because you go home, you're going home back to these same people that
yeah.
you're
Mm.
with. So you're constantly with each other, and it is a very intense environment.
Yeah, and what like there were people that did leave camp.
Yeah. There was a few that.
But
just
then
like,
you
no, I
like-
can't do this anymore.
A lot of people are international stuff, so then you have to get on a flight and it's
Change
for
your
us
flight
it's
around.
it's a 9-hour flight back home.
Yeah.
So it's like that's so long just to get home
Yeah.
and then
You still
like,
got to travel from the airport.
yeah,
to
you
your
then you
house,
got to actually get
and then
home.
unpack and
Realistically,
everything.
you
Yeah.
have an argument. You think at the time, yeah, fuck this, I want to go.
Mm.
By the time you've done that whole journey of like say 12 hours,
You've
you're
thought
probably
about
in a
it so
completely
much.
different
Yeah.
mindset,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
You're like, well, really.
Was it actually necessary for me
Was
to
it
leave that
worth it?
place?
Yeah.
But that's why I
100%.
left anyways. It got a bit toxic for me there, and I obviously got myself in a little bit of trouble and got myself in a bit of drama. So I left and came home in November.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I've been home since.
So what are you doing now?
So I'm now, obviously I've just gone to Jamaica,
Mhm.
holiday of a lifetime. If you haven't been to Jamaica, go to Jamaica. It's great.
I actually do want to go to
I want
Jamaica,
to go
but
to Jamaica to be fair.
it's so far away
different
that I'm
world.
just
It is far.
How long
Obviously
was
it's
your
similar to America.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of Americans actually on the site
Mm.
with us because the equivalent of say like us in the UK going to like Spain or Greece is
That's-
the
yeah.
Americans going to like Jamaica.
yeah.
Like it's so close. It's like an hour and a half, 2 hour flight for them. But yeah, now I'm going to be in London for the next 3 months. I'm studying to become a barber.
Yeah, that's a bit of a when you first said it, it's a bit of a weird like
But yeah.
It is. So what it is for
I
me,
don't
I've
understand.
been thinking a lot about it. Obviously, I like speaking to people. I like meeting people,
Mhm.
and it's a creative job. It's a way
Yeah.
where obviously it's pressure.
yeah.
There's a lot of pressure. Imagine you
you're in,
fuck
like,
up a
especially
trim.
now, like in this day and age, like people's like trims are like
What I will say is, I will never, if my trim's been fucked up by a barber, which I don't think it ever has. I do shout out Lauren. I will never say that it. Like I
No.
will always say, yeah, let's really
Yeah,
thank
it's
you.
like walk out.
unreal-
Yeah.
Walk out. You
unreal.
go, oh, fuck.
You say,
Yeah.
yeah, top work,
Yeah.
Mm.
best haircut I've ever had.
Go home, then you sulk.
Yeah, you go
Yeah,
home
and you go and you say, this is fucking shit.
and you're wearing a hat for the next like
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because they've
Yeah.
taken back your hairline by 2 inches.
Speaking from experience.
I am speaking
Yeah.
from experience. I'm speaking from about 3 weeks ago. It's just growing back now, hence why I'm wearing a hat. It's great. So yeah, that's me. I'm that's the new career, and I feel like now I've got to the age where it's like I've had my couple of years of like fucking about. I didn't want to do another year and just waste another year. Obviously, I'm learning to drive again now. I've got a career going. I
Mm.
feel like I'm finally getting back on my own 2 feet. Obviously, I'm back at home now, which you actually realise how much better it is living back at home
Yeah.
because you don't have to do all these things that you once had to. And
Yeah.
you realise how actually grateful you are for.
And we're very fortunate that that is our
We are, yeah.
situation because a lot of people do
We
have
are
to
very
that from a lot,
fortunate.
like
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
got a good sort of lifestyle behind us.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's me. That's my plan. What's your future, Jack?
So what I'm doing now, obviously, like I said on a few episodes, first
The
episode,
first
second
one, yeah.
episode, I work in mental health. It's to be fair, it's a good job. I sort out events. So basically, what we've done in the leisure centre, I help organise events with your auntie.
Yep. Shout out Jan.
Shout out Jan.
Jan.
I would say I want to stay into not where we're working now. I would go somewhere else, probably into like I'm probably doing something to counselling, something in that mental health
Yeah.
type of job, work abroad.
Mm.
Like not like obviously doing like parties or whatever for you, but obviously work in a different school. So
Yeah.
Australia, working in an Australian school.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
a good thing about like mental health though, like because it's not just mental health isn't just a thing like in a certain area, like it's all
No.
over the place.
Yeah.
Like you could do it anywhere. Really.
And the job's always different each day,
Yeah.
which what I think for us is like a really good
It's
because
rewarding.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
think routine for us, although it's good, it was like I don't know, we just need like something different, not all the time, but just to know that we're going in to do something
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
probably helps us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Jay? What's your
Oh,
What's your
mate.
plans for the next 3?
What's your 5-year plan?
Your 5-year
The question
Well,
that everyone likes to know.
actually, for the first time in a very long time, I'm gonna be jobless.
Yeah.
I didn't get fired. I handed in my notice, so I've got a couple of weeks left there. I kind of timed it right because we've just been on our 2-week. Our notice is a month, and we've just been on a 2-week break. So I've only got 2 weeks when we
Yeah.
come back.
When we're sorry to interrupt. When we're
No, go
in
for
the time we got off,
Mm.
in a way we're still working. 'Cause
Yeah,
You might get a message from your student saying, "Oh, this has happened,"
yeah.
and then obviously when you get back to work, you've got.
Well, there's always emails and stuff like that
Yeah.
that'll pop up. So yeah, I've got that, and then I'm going to Mexico.
see someone in anyone?
No.
No, not going to see someone.
Nah,
Just on your ones.
yeah, just on my ones. Yeah, so I'm going to
You're gonna be doing an
Mexico.
apology next week.
Yeah. Yeah, if you see an apology next week, you know why.
I'll apologise now.
Yeah, do you know what? I'll say it now, so it saves me an apology. No, I'm going to stay with Sarah
Nice.
How long? 2 weeks? Didn't you say?
in Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks in exactly 2 weeks. So and then I'm flying to America on the 22nd of May to go back to the camp
That's
that
where
we
I was
worked
supposed
at.
to be going same time.
Yeah,
as you.
she goes out I think on the 25th. She
Mm.
goes out a little bit later, and then I'm there till camp finishes like the 21st of August or something.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna fly to Vegas, and we're gonna stay in Vegas for 4 days, and then we're going to Utah. You know High School Musical 2,
Yeah.
where they filmed that. We're staying at that hotel. Yeah.
Nah.
It's well known, and it's actually like you would think that it's like they've like made it like there's like green screen
It's like
or
a set.
it's like a set, and they've just improved some things, but it literally looks exactly like it. It actually looks really sick.
Can do the Troy Bolton.
She
Bottom slam.
she wants to do the bridge thing, like
Oh,
stand
yeah.
on the bridge. But I think there's going to be so many people that have been there that have done that.
And they're going to still do it when
What
you're there.
about
I
us?
don't want to be that guy, but do you know what? When I'm there, I think I might.
You got
you do have
yeah.
to.
It's like a once in a
And you know the
lifetime
pool
thing,
with the
innit?
waterfall thing. We got to go under that bit.
It's things
Yeah.
that seem like cringe at the time, but you think like
We
Are
grew
you
up on
gonna
those
be
films.
ever
Yeah.
in like a situation where you could do that again. Like,
Yeah,
that
and
would be,
we-
like, once in a lifetime
And
thing.
like Troy and Gabriella,
What a love story.
what a love story.
Hate
And
it.
it's I hate him. Because I was in love with Gabriella. But that is like, for me, like watching that, like when we were young, I was like, because I liked musical theatre, but I never wanted to like show it
Yeah.
because,
Yeah.
I think now it's like,
It's a lot more common now.
it's a lot more
yeah.
common. But, well, I was going to say back in the day, but we're not
As
old. But
boys,
yeah.
when they're all playing football and all that,
We won.
Yeah.
to say you like
But,
drama.
yeah. So I saw him doing it. Obviously, it's a film, but like, you see someone like that doing it, and I thought, right, fuck it.
Yeah.
If he can do it, I can do it.
What I find crazy about High School Musical is like for us, like we know Zac Efron from like High School Musical. That was like our
Yeah.
childhood. But if you speak to a kid now and mention Zac Efron, it's Greatest Showman.
Or they
Yeah,
just
they
don't know.
High
It's
School
like One
Musical.
Direction.
yeah.
Well, I remember doing a kids party, and I played a One Direction song, and I said to one of them, like, do you know who this is? They're like, no. They don't
Yeah,
know who
I
One
remember- I
Direction is. They've
remember
never
that.
seen High School Musical. It's crazy. But there's like, where we work now, there's like students that are born in like 2007, and
Yeah,
it makes me
when they
me feel sick.
Last year there was I was like to one student, I was like, "Oh, when's your birthday? What type of year type in the year?" And it's like, "Oh, it's in July." I was like, "What year?" And like 2000 like 2007. I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, it
So
actually
like,
makes you feel
16,
sick.
I was like, "Fuck
Yeah.
yeah."
It's crazy.
Yeah, it makes me feel sick. But yeah, so I've got that. So Utah and Vegas. Actually, the place we're staying in Vegas is like its own apartment. It's got its own kitchen.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna go Vegas, and I'll either come back from Vegas like well rich, or I'll lose everything.
I'll be really scared.
Yeah, be really skinned. And then we're traveling around Europe for a bit. Just like only places that you can get to on the Eurostar.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go to Norway as well
Yeah, I was
to see the Northern Lights.
Yeah, I was mentioning we're gonna go.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
Yeah.
You can come as well, but
Yeah.
we are going as
We
a
could go dinner, like,
a couples thing. So
Yeah, these two boys are in a couple.
fine,
I'm
solo.
lonely. If anyone's out there watching the pod, hit me up.
yeah,
Instagram's in the
Yeah.
bio.
yeah. Actually,
Within age, please.
have you
18 plus.
have you followed the 3 Ps in the podcast Instagram yet?
Yeah.
Because you haven't done that yet.
You haven't actually like shouted us out either.
Yeah.
Shout out to the 3 Ps in the podcast.
Right. We'll just carry on talking
Yeah.
while he's doing that. So yeah, well, then we're traveling around Europe, Norway, and I will probably get a job
When you come back.
when I come back for
There you
like
go.
October. Oh, there we go.
Followed.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, I will probably get a job from like October to December. But we've been looking at a lot of like remote jobs just to do at home. So then we can just do it when we go traveling.
Yeah.
We can do it from there. So yeah, I'll probably get a job for those couple of months. And then currently right now I am training to become a qualified English teacher to teach abroad.
Okay.
So it's all online. You can do it in person, but I've done mine online. And there's 4 courses. I've passed 3 of them. I've only got 1 left to pass. But this one's like there's a few written exams. I've passed all the quizzes, but there's a few written exams. But you only get 3 tries to pass each quiz. So it is quite tough. And the written exams, I haven't even attempted one of them yet. But I will do. It runs out I've got till the end of August to do it.
Oh, so you're fine.
So I've got a while.
It's a lot harder. I think especially for us 3, we're very much practical people.
Yeah.
Academic.
Yeah, and to be honest, like the main reason I want to do it is so I can work abroad, and it's like a staple thing rather than trying to find like because a lot of the time you go traveling, you're working in bars or you're doing like volunteering so you can have like housing or whatever. But I don't want to like I don't know how people travel like they'll stay in a place for a month and then go somewhere else and then go I need to be somewhere settled for like 4 months and then I can go somewhere else.
Yeah.
So that's like one of the main reasons why I'm doing it. So I'm doing that right now because I'm going to Mexico in January for like 4 or 5 months, hoping that I can work as a English teacher over there. And it's not like the English teachers that we have here. It's more teaching them English rather than like the language features and stuff like that.
I don't think it's not. It won't ever affect the podcast itself with you being away.
No.
Like, by that point, we'll either pre-record a load or we would know more about the advanced technology of it where we could sort of podcast remote.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also think we'd know at that point if we wanted to carry it on as well. Not for any like reason of like we're not hitting goals or we're not
We'll just
like
be doing different things.
we'll just be and it will be like if we actually enjoy it because that's what it is right now. It's just an enjoyment
It's a
thing.
hobby.
And we would like when was the last time us 3 have all been together when it's not been like going to a pub for like one night where like you're back?
Yeah.
I don't remember the last
I
time
don't.
I actually saw you.
No.
We saw it. Did we seen each other?
We saw each other like last month. Or
Yeah.
The month before.
Yeah. So, but it's nice just to be back and it like just to talk like just to talk about loads of shit.
And hopefully you guys enjoy it. Actually saying that though, about 16 subscribers and about 230 viewers. What you guys playing at?
Yeah, I have the
Subscribe!
stats. It's like 80% of people that watch this pod aren't subscribed.
Subscribe.
Every
Takes 1 second. Helps us out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time someone watches it, like say if it's like family, I'm like, you subscribed? They're like, no. I was like, can you please do it?
Yeah, my mum watched a video and I was like, "Did you like it?" She was like, "Nah," because like when it ended, like I can't find it anymore. So I was like, "You just click on your history." But yeah, so please subscribe.
Please subscribe to us.
But like I said, like by the end of the year, we'll know more if like okay,
If we want to continue.
if we want to continue and like, or if we don't want to.
That's something we can always come back to.
Yeah, and
we
that
wanted to.
Mexico thing isn't 100% like it's 100. Obviously, if I don't pass the course, then I need to think about what I want to do.
Yeah.
I know that I do want to travel, and
Yeah.
I don't want to live in England. I could end up living here, but if in an ideal world, I wouldn't. Yeah, I want to see as much of the world. Whilst I don't have kids or a mortgage, I just want to see the world. And because I never thought I'd want to do that, I always thought to be honest, I always thought I'd be an actor. That was the dream.
That was the dream.
And it still kind of is. I still think should I just maybe join a musical theatre group again, try and sign with an agent.
We were saying this the other day, we'd love to do just one last show.
It would be so good. Because you don't take it for granted. When you're doing it, you're like, oh, I'm just gonna do another one. Like doing the last show at college,
hits you.
It's emotional.
It is because this is it. But I guess at the time when you're doing it, and even maybe for a couple of days after, you are I was in the minds. I was so convinced that this is what I'm gonna do forever. This isn't my last show. It's my last show here, but it's not my last show forever.
Yeah.
But now looking back, I wish I took it in a little bit more. Because I do miss being on stage and performing.
It's the adrenaline, it's the atmosphere.
Last time I was on stage was last year.
Yeah, because
I still do a little bit.
Yeah,
of
your
acting.
pantomime.
Yeah,
stuff,
I still do pantos or just one-off plays.
I hadn't done it since before lockdown, 2019.
So you went to uni to do it. Yeah.
Uni was very different to college. It was very much boring acting.
Yeah.
Shakespeare and that. It was
teaching you different techniques and what you
you're kind of learning about the art of acting, whereas at college it's more performance, coursework about the performance rehearsal, you're not really you're learning, but you're not learning the sweet science of acting. But I would really like to do one last one because recently I actually got in because we've had this time off. I've watched so many movie musicals. I watched Hamilton because it was all on Disney. I watched this thing called In the Heights, and I've watched it 6 times.
Funny, I watched that on the flights to Jamaica.
Oh shit, I love it. It's probably honestly it's probably recency bias, but I love it. So I love the culture.
Yeah.
Give it a watch. It's actually really good. But yeah, I just got in the mood of just watching loads of movie musicals, and I was I've got the itch to go and do it again.
We used to copy. I remember we used to copy routines from. Do you remember the film Teen Beach Movie?
Yeah. We copied that.
You did a whole performance on
that.
Like.
It was a lip sync competition that we had at college.
Even in your kitchen like that.
Oh, we'd recreate High School Musical in the kitchen with Alexa on, and we'd properly go for it, the basketball thing.
The third one was
yeah, and we'd all crouch down, and Jack would stand up because he'd always be Gabriella. Yeah, we did. We used to run around my house. We are voting children.
We were so weird.
Yeah, but it was. But I do miss that. I do I really want to go back and do.
This was way before, by the way. We're not talking about this 2 weeks ago.
But I do think that we would probably do it. We probably would do it
if it happened.
Yeah,
if we do it all in one place. The song came on,
even Mamma Mia, we would do Mamma Mia too.
Yeah.
No, I do definitely miss it.
Yeah. Because at that point, all your life is acting.
Yeah.
And I definitely got burnt out from doing it all because I was doing it outside of college, at college.
I remember there was a period of time where you was doing a show. It was Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah. So I was doing Phantom outside of college.
And then with college as well, you was
It's just got a bit
Yeah, and I couldn't cut my hair because of Phantom, so my hair was fucked.
you had the proper Bieber cut.
I had the
Old
Bieber
school
trim.
Bieber cut.
Yeah, now because I had to relate to the times of Phantom,
Yeah.
which is
Well,
way
you'd
back
wear
when.
a hat as well.
Yeah, I had to wear a hat because it was shocking. But I was so burnt out from doing all of these shows. I remember there was a time I was doing 3 shows at one time. I was doing Heathers, Phantom, and then whatever show we were doing at college all at once. And I was so burnt out.
But it's so rewarding though.
Yeah.
It is.
Like when you're on that stage and like you're getting like a good response from like the audience.
Yeah.
And yeah, I remember just like because I did a thing called PQA, and I remember like we all got assigned to like an agency thing, and I remember being signed up to do a Russian opera. So I went. It was in like the Wickham Swan. I think it was in the Wickham Swan, and yeah, I was like we came in this, and it was like we went like the day of like when it was like being shown to people.
Yeah.
So no rehearsal time really, like a couple of hours before. And they were like, yeah, just like run around. Like we was like little like orphan kids basically. And they was like, yeah, just run around, like mouth words. Obviously you don't know Russian, so like just mouth words and steal like these pieces of fruit. And I was like, what the fuck? I had no idea what was going on, but it was like this was so sight that I felt I was a top G. Like, this is fucking sick.
I've
Just mouthing like just random shit like in a Russian opera. I'm like, where the fuck am I? But I thought like, yeah, like, and I also felt like at the time because I'd done that, and then like a couple of weeks later, I'd got a call to be an extra in a film called Pan. It was like not to hate, but it was really shit. I remember just being like, "This is."
If you're listening.
Yeah, and I remember I got paid like 200 quid to do like 3 days.
Extra work is crazy.
Yeah, and Hugh Jackman was on the film. I thought, fucking hell, I thought, this is easy, mate. Like, I've got 2 things in the space of like a month.
I could get
Fucking mate, this is so easy. And I remember like, I was an orphan child in that. Maybe that's my thing. Maybe I'm an orphan
Yeah.
child.
Maybe you just look
Yeah.
like an orphan.
Maybe I do. But I remember going to like, it was in like the Warner Brothers studios. I was in makeup for like 4 hours. I had to get loads of dirt put on me. And I remember that we were just in a massive green room, and like that kind of killed the movie like magic for me. So I was like, I was like 13 or whatever I was.
It does, yeah.
And I was like, and like it's the scene. No one's probably seen it, but when Pan like gets thrown off of the ship, and then like he floats, and everyone's like, oh my god, this kid can fucking fly. But it was just a green tennis ball that they dropped. And we all had to go
from the whole film.
yeah, and then there was
watch that film.
yeah, it was pretty shit. My mum cried, but I think that's just because I was in it.
That's my boy.
You can't even see me; you can see the back of my head. Yeah, and there was also a thing where like they were singing a song, like all the minor kids, because I'd already been kidnapped by that point, and I was a minor kid. We was all singing that song. I can't remember what song it was, but they picked me and like 4 other kids just to sing this song because they were going to basically they just duplicated a bunch of us like 1,000 times. So it looked like there was in the actual scene there's so many kids, but in reality there was only like 30 of us there.
Yeah.
I remember just like being picked out and being like, it's fucking like he's going to pick me for his next project. Like he's picked me out. This is it. And then like nothing really, and then like you just go back to doing other shows like Northern Farm, places like that, and you feel like I've fucking made it here. But it all comes crashing down. But even like just after we finished, I was like, okay, like we're done. Like no more shows. I was kind of happy. And then like as the weeks went on, I was like,
what do I do now?
I've got an itch.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But you know, it is what it is. I would like to do one last show, but then I feel like one last show would turn into I want to do one more.
If you had to do one last show, what we've done in college or outside of college, what show would you pick?
Fucking hell. You do a
Which
panto.
panto?
The panto we did in college.
The first one.
The first.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
that was good panto.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. We were like rivals in that one.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, that was that was an experience.
I think it's because it was that period of college. Like, I feel like that's where we were at like a peak.
That was prime acting career for us.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think mine would be a musical. I did Heathers and I really enjoyed doing Heathers, but I'd say Hamilton.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I watched it. I knew the music, but I watched it on Disney for the first time the other day, and I thought, yeah, I really like that. So Hamilton, I would say In the Heights, but That's like
I don't think there is any live performance on that yet.
in the Heights. Well, it was before the movie. The theatre thing was
it?
before the movie, yeah. And the guy that made Hamilton made In the Heights as well. So Lin-Manuel Miranda, shout out.
Give it a watch.
Yeah, so probably Hamilton.
What I definitely
Just because I haven't
do-
done that, so
I'll definitely, if I have kids in like the near future, I'll definitely like encourage them to do like musical theatre.
yeah.
I thought it was a very good way of like expressing yourself.
Yeah, Legally Blonde was fun as well. Remember that one?
Blonde.
Could do Legally Blonde again.
Speaking of
But-
kids, you had a little topic you want.
Oh yeah. So this is a thing that it's been a big discussion topic with me and Sarah, and it really it boils my blood.
Okay.
So which naturally you talk about kids' names and whatever.
yeah.
And she's obviously she's well, I was gonna leave her to say it, but I'll just say it. She's Mexican. So well no, so like there's me thinking like, oh, like the name she's gonna have is like related to like the culture over there.
Yeah.
But she's pretty chill on that. But we were just going through names or whatever, and she said this one name, and I need your guys' advice on this.
You need backup.
I need backup basically, because this name is so fucking shit that it actually makes you feel sick. Are you ready?
She is fortunate.
Yeah, I've told her. I said if she names that kid this name, I'm leaving. It's that bad. Right, are you ready? She wants, and bear it in mind, our kid, yeah? So it's
Yeah,
going to look
yeah.
like a mixture of us.
Yeah.
She wants to name this kid Willem.
Why?
Willem.
Why Willem?
And I was like,
Sarah.
what?
Sarah, you.
Do you know what the name is?
Choice
Guess what country that name comes from. It's not Mexico and it's not England. Guess what country that name comes from.
Germany?
No, I'll just tell you.
Go on.
Sweden.
I was about to say that.
Right, Sweden.
I
And
promise I was about to say that.
Definitely not. I said to her, I said, well, I'm not from Sweden and you're not from Sweden, so why are we having a kid and giving him a Swedish name?
Imagine just shouting his name.
Willem. How shit is that name? It's so
Sarah, you
shit.
seem like a very lovely person. You seem to make
Not after
Jake
this.
very happy, but
That's a fucked name.
yeah.
Yes, thank you.
You can't be doing things.
That's
like
what I say, but
That's a fucked name.
it is so shit. But we've now settled on names. I won't say the names. I actually we have dog names. I can say the dogs' names, but I won't say the humans' names because
When we all like grow up,
Yeah.
would you ever make us like godparents?
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would
Best
you,
man at wedding. Yeah.
No, would you? I've actually like thought about best mans at weddings as well. Like
Mm.
who?
I mean, I don't even have a partner yet, and I'm talking about getting married. So
Right, fine, you're good.
You get it. This podcast will go out, you know.
Yeah, you never know. You might get a
Link
little
in
cheeky little follow and little message.
Or it
saying,
could be
"Hey,"
like someone you already know.
someone
that,
you already
like,
know much.
You know,
reappear
Reappear
someone
in
from
your
my
life.
past can
Yeah.
come back.
yeah, that maybe you like never got over. You know.
Or someone new. But maybe someone you've seen before.
Anyways, you're saying your
the
dog name?
Dog's name. So we've got Maya,
Right.
and that's a German Shepherd.
Okay.
Malachi is another name, but that one we don't know what dog that's going to be. And then this one's mine, and it's Zeus.
Zeus.
Yeah.
Golden
You've always
retriever
said
called
that,
Zeus.
though.
Zeus is a fucking hard.
You've
I
always
did.
You've always said your child's gonna be called Zeus.
I did want it for a child because I think that's. Imagine being on the playground and like
Oh, shit,
Zeus
Zeus
is
is coming.
approaching, bro.
No,
Like-
but if you have Zeus, they'd have to be like. Because imagine if they're like a little like puny
little
little prick.
chihuahua.
innit?
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
true.
It's like Zeus.
But the kids' names are now kind of a mixture of English and Mexican, so
Villain.
Swedish.
not fucking Willem. I'm glad you guys agree because I did tell her I was going to bring it up, and I think she thought you might back her.
Imagine
But,
just like, oh,
Sorry,
I'm,
Sarah.
That is so tragic, isn't
I'm
it?
here to enroll my kid out of college. What's the name? Villain Luxton.
Willem. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Some
that's
Swedish name, mate.
That's awful.
Oh.
Sure.
No
Are
offense
you
to anyone called Willem out there.
Yeah, no.
I don't know anyone called
No.
Willem.
But
If
But
we
it's
have
a-
any Swedish
clearly-
listeners, we do apologise.
Yeah, clearly in Sweden that's the vibe,
Mm.
but
But we're not in Sweden.
English and Mexican,
yeah.
No.
like, definitely not.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, I'm glad that's out of the way now. But Willem is not an option. In an ideal world, if we had 2 kids, then we have names already.
Well,
But-
if I had a future godchild, then I would not approve
And
of a villain.
No, I would leave as well. I'm not talking to them.
Sorry, Sarah.
Who would you?
Yeah.
Who would you? Obviously, talk about your kids.
Mm.
So I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I might not want kids.
Yeah, I definitely want kids.
Oh,
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, well,
Yeah.
apology incoming.
Yeah,
I might
have to do it
want
all.
them, but obviously I'm happy.
Yeah, you are.
I'm happy where I am
Yeah.
now. Who would you have? A godfather. Like,
Well,
who would you?
this is the thing, and it's the same with like best men as well. Like
Yeah.
who,
It'd be the same, really, wouldn't it?
because like maybe I'll just have to get married twice.
Yeah, just
You know?
and just have like.
Why do you have to get married twice?
Well,
You'd be a
because
best man, aren't
You
yeah,
can have 2 best men.
can you?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can. You can. I think
you
you
do
have up
whatever
to
you
like
want with
4.
your-
Maybe I'll just like I'll have no best men.
Yeah.
No, it's fair then. If you have 2 children, me and Brad are there.
Yeah, to be fair,
Yeah.
I ain't having any of you as my best men because best men have to do a speech, mate. And if any of you start running your mouth at my wedding, I'm fucked.
Well, my
I'm getting
thing
divorced
is,
quicker than I've been married.
see, I probably would have one of you two as one of mine. Robbie is another shout, but he's going to sing at my wedding, so I don't have to pay for a singer.
That's all right.
So I feel like you can't be singer and best man because his ego would be way too big.
Yeah.
Can I be a bridesmaid?
What we should do?
I'll be skinny.
You should catch the flowers, because then that means that you're getting married next.
Yeah.
Who's got some flowers?
No, at the wedding. Yeah,
Little plant there.
yeah, Godfather.
I think that's
It
like
really
a soft-
depend where we are in life.
Yeah, it's
I don't know
tough.
where you're gonna be in.
When
know.
would you have kids?
Because I want to travel and Sarah wants to travel as well. It would have to be at a point where we're both settled and
Yeah.
Ideally, I'd like a few years, but say if I was with someone
Yeah.
and they ended up pregnant,
Mm.
I'd say, do you know what? Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, if it happens
I'm-
now, it happens.
I'd have to give myself probably like 6-7 years. Then
6-7 years.
I can see in
'Cause
myself
I
in.
want to do like a few things before.
That's like 30.
Shit.
That's like 30.
I can-
my brother was 29. He's just had a child now.
Yeah, I think my sister was maybe 28
Yeah.
or 29 when she
He's,
had a kid.
he's just turned 30. He had a
Would you
just
want to
like
have
30.
kids first or marriage first?
marriage.
See, I've got this thing where I think it'd be quite cool to have kids at the wedding.
I think it depends how young though.
Yeah.
I'd say if the kid was like 3-4 plus, the onwards from there, it'd be quite cute. But if like I feel
If
like
it's like a
getting married with like a newborn, it'd be quite
quite difficult.
intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably see myself in the next kind of 5 years having
Yeah.
kids and whatever. So,
Thinking bio, shout me out.
yeah, someone find him a partner.
Please.
Desperate.
But I think that's we wrap up here.
Yeah.
And we'll give a little sneak peek in next week episode. We're going to do conspiracies next week.
Conspiracies.
But yeah, we'll wrap up here.
Yeah.
We'll do-
So, thank you very much for watching another episode of 3Ps on the podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our videos.
yeah, and hopefully Bradley will be here for the next one.
Yeah.
I will be here
Oh,
for
yeah.
the next
Sure.
one. Yeah.
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 Sweet as.
All right, well, thank you guys very much.
Thank you very
And
much.
see you next week.
Bye bye.
Right. Wow.
Fucking fantastic, innit?